Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm Subponigat Poster, and we are going to wrap up a couple side quests and get some banter.
Was involved in the attack on the Conclave, yes?
I did. The evidence seemed damning, given the lack of an alternative.
Yet you changed your mind.
You also heard the voices at the temple. Is it so surprising I listened to them?
Sadly, yes. Too few invested with authority possess the courage to alter their course. They fear the appearance of weakness.
The truth is more important than my reputation. And anyone wishing to accuse me of weakness is welcome to try.
Cass is such a badass.
You've done amazing work.
Head over to Corporal Vale and turn in all of our completed side quests that he gave us.
Clothes and food in their bellies. The Inquisition might be able to make use of them. If you had a mind to.
Notice the orange ring.
We could ask the best and brightest to join the Inquisition. They would serve well. Just as easy to put them to work, or look at the whole thing as an act of charity.
Anybody who joined up now would be loyal for life.
Having a purpose makes the troubled times easier to bear. And ours is a good cause.
We need gold more than a few more scouts or the dubious goodwill of the peasants.
Ah, Viv, you're such a bitch. So if we recruit them, we get a new set of agents.
Some of these people have skills that can help the Inquisition. See if any of them want to volunteer.
I'm sure we'll get some good recruits out.
And that's one of those decisions that, if not everyone approves of it, no one disapproves. So it's a safe pick.
People are alive because of you. None of us will forget that.
Seems weird we got this cutscene since he already worked for us. The orange ring just kind of means how people will see the Inquisition. This is Winterwatch Tower. This is over by where we rescued Ritz. It's just over there on the other side of the mountaintop. And there's a couple of side quests in this place.
Sarah, how are you not dead?
What are you on about?
I was trained from childhood by the greatest swordsman of an age. You were apparently orphaned to the street with your wits and a quiver, neither full.
Goddamn!
You come from nobles, all right. Get over yourself. I'm not even near the bottom of what real people live through.
And we'll go up here and talk to this lady. She's the leader of the cult that's
I know you.
out of
They
this
call you the
particular
Herald of
fort.
Brass for what you did at Haven. But are you? The Maker has not told me.
Nah.
I honestly don't know myself.
As I suspected, stories of you mastering the rifts are just blind heresy.
No, I can seal rifts.
Then prove it. Show me that the rifts bend to your will, the will of the Maker. Show me the power you wield.
Okay.
This cult. What are you doing out here? What is it you think is happening?
The Chantry has fallen, and shown its imperfection in doing so. The Chant of Light was a lie. It was arrogance to think that mortal lips could frame the Maker's will, and so we wait in silence. The Maker has opened the sky. Soon he will call his chosen back to the Golden City.
Golden City's
Until
fucked.
later.
Until the Maker brings you back to us.
So these guys are kind of creepy, but they're not violent or anything like that.
I suppose it only natural that some would turn to worshipping the breach.
Kind of a groovy little
Only in
place.
hopes of appeasing it.
And this is just annoying as shit. If you bump into one of your squad mates, they get out of the way. But fixed NPCs, they never move. And so you have to find a gap big enough to slip through.
Has torn open the sky.
When the demons have cleansed the unworthy, the faithful will be lifted.
And up here is another bottle of booze.
While you were coming up, did you meet a young noblewoman with blonde hair and pale green eyes?
Sounds like good shit.
Lady Venena should be.
And this guy over here, we picked up the thing for his side quest while we were out roaming around. I didn't show it because it was pretty stupid. What the fuck are you doing, Solus? Okay.
I found a woman's body down the hill with a letter on it.
This letter. Venena is dead.
But we were meant to be together. The Maker would not keep us apart. What am I supposed to do now?
The Inquisition needs men who believe as strongly as you do. Come and help us restore order.
Yes. If waiting here in the hills leaves innocents to die, then I will...
Yes, go to the island of misfit toys.
My men and I will lend our strength to the Inquisition.
Solus is still just getting his cardio in. And then we got a quest from a random guy at the crossroads, and this is where you complete it.
Hindle, your mother can't breathe. Your father sent me here for potion.
What? She was fine. She hasn't had the breathing trouble in... All right, I can help. Here, I have some already made. Go, take it to her now.
And then some brilliant ass decided to put in a fucking platforming section in a game that's not exactly tight on its controls. If you're running around and you keep getting a ping on your map and you don't know where it is in that area, this is where it is. It's up on the damn beam. And I fall off, but still managed to get it. At the back of that castle, there's a rift, which is what we're supposed to do to make Anais happy with it. Spawns a few terrors, nothing major. Although on higher difficulties, if you come here earlier, it can be a real bitch with those pop-ups. And here I use the Dispel on one of the Rift spawns, so it makes it way easier for us. And boom, no spawn. Just like that. Since that was an AoE, I think it actually took out 2 of them, so we only had to fight 1 terror. Not bad. Clear out the rift and... oh yeah. Butts is getting used to this whole important thing.
You are truly the Herald of Andraste.
Is she? What if...
And go talk to Anais again.
Maker's tears.
Or jump up and down.
Fool to have doubted you. How may we serve you? Herald of Andraste.
And we can tell them to do things. But since we're good folk...
Have your people help the refugees.
As you say, Herald of Andraste. Some few will remain here. The rest will go forth to do your will. When the Maker calls you to your great purpose, remember that we served you.
Now, just outside, and to the left as you're exiting, you'll find a body with the letter on it, which gives you another quest that you can complete at the crossroads. Since we have to head back there for Hindle's dad, we'll do this one as well. It's kind of sad. And then a little bit of background on a phylactery. It's sort of a thing that they do to mages as GPS on them. So if they run away, they can always be found. LowJack on your mages. Back at the crossroads. We'll give the fellow his poison if this lady will get the fuck out of the way.
Here you go. The potion and instructions on how to make it.
Silas bless you. Or the Maker. Or whoever. It doesn't matter. Just thank you. I'll give it to her right away. If ever I can help the Inquisition, you have my word.
Boink. And head up over here. Past the ram guy.
I pass round what you found. No one will go hungry.
And this is where we hand over the phylactery.
Stories about you, Herald of Andraste. I am Enchanter Elendra.
I hope you find a way to end this foolish war. If you're a mage, why aren't you with the rebel mages? I was an enchanter in the College of Equitarians. We wanted tolerance, not war. By rights, I am sworn to join the rebels. But I had friends among the Templars. I will not fight them. I know my own strength. I have no fear of demons. I will keep to myself and harm none. I believe this...
Give her stuff.
Tree. I found it on the body of a dead Templar named Matrin. Ah. I suspected he died when he did not join me or send word. Maker curse the fools who started this war. And the fools who now fight it. Thank you. Matrin was important to me. Here, for your trouble. I'd like to know more about you and Matrin. Ah, Templars and mages. Natural enemies, they always say. As though you can keep healthy men and women close to each other for years without anyone getting ideas. We were friends for many years, and lovers for many more. And now he is gone because of this war. You haven't joined the rebels or the refugees. Are you on your own? Yes, it is safer that way. For everyone. At first, I used my healing skills to help the refugees. But when the Templars saw me, they attacked. Innocent people died in that battle. I will endanger no more.
Now, if you ask to recruit her, she's a little more difficult. If you're a mage, you can get her to join. Or if you have the arcane perk, which we do, so we're going to use that.
For you to help the Inquisition safely without having to fight.
If you're just like a regular fighter, she won't join up with
If you
you.
have skill with healing, you could save many lives. True enough. If the Inquisition believes I can help, then I will do what I can. My skills are yours. Just give me a moment to gather my things.
And one more agent for us. And then she's so excited she has a seizure, I guess. And back in Redcliffe, where we're finally going to talk to the mages.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. First Enchanter Vivienne?
My dear Fiona, it's been so long since we last spoke. You look dreadful. Are you sleeping well?
What has brought you to Redcliffe?
You?
We're here because of your invitation back in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
Something is very fucked up here.
Well, that's very strange, because someone who looked exactly like you spoke to me in Val Royeaux.
Exactly like me? I suppose it could be magic at work, but why would anyone... Whoever or whatever brought you here? The situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
This right here is why you can't trust mages.
Fiona, dear, your dementia is showing.
Wonder why she's looking at Bull when she says
His
that.
ass. I'm trying to think of a single worse thing you could have done, and I've got nothing.
As one indenture to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
An alliance with Tevinter is a terrible mistake.
All hope of peace died with Justinia. This bargain with Tevinter would not have been my first choice, but we had no choice. We are losing this war. I needed to save as many of my people as I could.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
I'm sure this is a stand-up guy.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our southern brethren have no legal status in
And by indentured, they actually mean straight-up slavery.
Tevinter. They must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
Yeah, not suspicious at all there.
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And that's what you get for making a deal with Tevinter.
Of the Imperium.
You dumb
when
shit.
Their debts are paid.
An Arl is sort of like a lord or baron of the area, whatever you want to call it.
Or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Left? That's a polite way of saying thrown out on his ass.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
No. I don't need to be real polite
You're quite
with
a
him.
long way from Tevinter, Alexius.
Indeed I am, though I have heard you are no Ferelden either. It seems we are both strangers here. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
Well, I am a badass.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be. Felix.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive my clumsiness, my lady.
Are you all right?
I think he just wanted to feel up an elf.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Dun dun dun!
Ooh, very mysterious.
We'll be careful, but we need to figure out...
And my squad does a do-si-do with their weird AI tethering. Too far, they want to come back. Too close, they want to move away. There's that sweet spot where all they do is have fits.
Alexius does not approve of those without magic like you and me. You may not wish to stay long. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become. He says all Tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
You're one of the Tranquil.
Yes, my talent for magic was insufficient to protect me from demons. Rather than risk me becoming possessed, the Circle removed my connection to the Fade. My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires. Those now in Redcliffe prefer not to see us.
How long have the Tevinters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him.
I'm trying to figure out how Alexius has any kind of power here. And we'll use our history perk to get a little background.
History with mages, doesn't it?
This is all from the first game, and I'll put it in the post about what happened.
Blight, the Arl of Redcliffe became ill. Not even the efforts of the Circle could save him. His young son, who was an undiscovered mage, made a deal with a demon to keep the Arl from death. The boy became an abomination. Through him, each night, the demon raised armies of corpses to assault the village. The hero of Ferelden defeated the demon and stopped the undead hordes from destroying Redcliffe.
Farewell, then.
One moment. You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not? I am an alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
Sure.
We would be delighted to have you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
And let's head over to the Chantry and see what's going on there. Totally normal for a church, right?
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
I got a pain in the ass with this one because it's all wisps. And mostly they'd either die before I got to them, or they'd be behind a pillar and my targeting would fuck up. And you'll note there's more of the time circles on the floor. Yeah. This is where my targeting went all haywire. Get back here!
Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Watch yourself. The pretty ones are always the worst.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor. Meaning he's not any longer, not for some time. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
Sort of explains how all of that shit happened.
That's less dangerous than it sounds.
More.
Manipulating time itself? Many have attempted over the ages, but never once succeeded.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
What did I do?
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
All this for me? And here I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those. You know you're...
Oh, Dorian.
Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Alright, well that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. Join us next time.